2, and we're live, y'all.
Hey, it's your boy Rocky, the Chicago author. Y'all know where I came from already. It's already in my name. Hey, you're tuned in to Homo's Talk Show, Diverse TV. Okay, so we got a couple different people that's in the building today, but I'm gonna start off. Who's in the building today?
The Queen. Talk to us.
I'm so sorry. Y'all already know who it be. It's your girl Yuri D.
All right, Yuri. All right, who else we got in the building?
It's your boy Troy Weeks Music. You already know who it is. Wear my favorite necklace. You already know. Check me out.
All right. Now, who else we got in the building? Holla at me.
Put your mic on. Put your mic on, G. Put your mic on, G. Put your mic on.
The microphone.
Hey, y'all. It's Gabriel the Angel. Thank y'all for having me.
Hey, all right. Who else we got in the building?
All right, and this is Stan Lucas, president of Trans Entertainment Network and 10 Cosmetics.
Okay, Cosmetics. All right, Stan. All right. So, Yuri, take it away for our first topic.
Okay, so our first topic of today is the Kiki T or T4 Key. It's about Holy Holding. It's actually Justin Bieber's new single. Can you regularly jam to this song? What would you say is a way that you can be romantically held in a way that so holy? I think the way that you can be held in a holy way is with care. Somebody holding you with care, and it's like you are the Holy Grail. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, you're above all things. I mean, Beyonce love on top type of thing. So yeah, for me, that's how you can be romantically held, holy. And I will also say I wouldn't say necessarily with a union type of thing. Like, it don't necessarily have to be marriage, but it can be in a way where there's a commitment and an understanding between the two. So yeah. But Stan, what do you think?
Sir Stan. Can you hear us, Stan? I'll come back to you. I'm gonna give my 2 cents and I'll come back to Stan.
He's on mute.
No, but I don't think his camera it might be froze. But I'll get to it for now. It's okay. So I'm gonna give my 2 cents and we'll come back. We'll come back to Stan. First and foremost, I don't know if I could jam to this song every day, on a regular. Just now, it wasn't just one of my things and something that I vibed with. It was cool. I like Justin Bieber as an artist. It just wasn't one of those things that I felt like I was rocking with. So I was like, okay, it is what it is. But when it comes to being romantically held holy, the word holy is very important. You just can't be out here, using that word lightly. I don't play with that. I'm a man of God, and I don't play with the word holy. So when it comes to holy, I feel like the only way you can be held holy is if it's with the holy person that you with, that one person that you either got married to or committed to or had some kind of ceremony. Something. It ain't got to be marriage on paper, but some kind of I love you, you love me. Let's sit in this tree in KSING. Like that person that you with and did that, you can hold each other holy. But if you ain't any of these other Tatianas out here, you can't be holding no Tatiana holy because that ain't living right. No. We're not doing that. So, I mean, you can be held holy, but it got to be with the one that you committed yourself to. That's what I feel when it comes to that. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents, Miss G.
Okie doke. So what do you think, Angel?
Well, I know, like Justin Bieber has had a journey, and everybody know like his scandals and stuff like that. And like he really has gotten his life together, and I say it's because of his wife that he's with now. Like, I'm a hopeless romantic, and so I know how much she has opened his world to like just wanting to be like a God-fearing man and all of that. And so I feel like it really is like holy as in a religious, spiritual experience, one. But I think the way you could be held in a holy sense is like trust. Like the Keisha Cole Monica song, where you're not worried about what the other person feeling. Like, am I giving like just maybe 2% more than them? Like, am I really getting an equally yoked relationship? Like that makes you feel whole. And so you can trust them as if you trust the Holy One. That's what I gotta say.
All right.
Oh, I felt that. All right. So Rocky, what do you think?
I'm gonna take the poetic form of the song. So I'm thinking that when he's saying "hold me," like in a holy way, I'm thinking more of like he has no worries. You know, have you ever hugged somebody and it's just like it just don't feel right because you don't trust them? He probably just has his whole guards down, trusting them with all he can, loving them all they can, and it really feels genuine. So I'm thinking that the holy part, meaning that it's something pure. It's something so pure that to the point that he has no worries. He doesn't have to keep guards around his heart because, you know, you got people that savages out here. So he's probably saying, this is the one that just made me take all my guards down and makes me become that vulnerable person I would love to be. So
Can I just jump in real fast? I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt. You already know about it, but I want to make sure that I love what you said in that, and it made me think about it differently about being held holy. It made me think about being able to hold me holy. Now that you opened it up, I'm like, wow, hold me in a way that I can feel you, not just feel you, but feel you. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at me. Don't just look at me, but look at me. Wow. Okay, you're okay. Rocky, sorry I had to shout you out on that. But let's go to Stan. Let's go to Stan. I'm sorry, Stan. I'm taking up your time. Come on, Stan. Talk to us.
Good. When I think about the phrase about hold me, the whole holy, I'm looking at it from an insecure standpoint of needing to be embraced and feeling secure by somebody. Is what I look at it.
See?
It's an insecurity and using her as his security blanket, you know, because of the fact that there's demons surrounding him constantly. It's just like I need that mother's hug is really what I'm looking through. I see it.
Ooh, come on.
Because even, you know, I mean, I've been through a lot of things in my life. And one person that I always could go to, I can go home to, is my mother. And that was my secure, like everything, you know, whatever the world is doing, this is real, you know, secure. It's how can I put it? It's just more of I trust you to keep me on the right path, you know, type thing. That's how.
Y'all getting real deep in here today. Come on, Monsieur G. Monsieur G, give us your closing remarks on this, and I'll take over for the next topic. I just wanted to, you know, close it on out on this topic.
I mean, I like how everybody came at it in a different way, and all of them really make sense. So it just shows how dynamic you know, the song can be interpreted. So I'm here for it.
Boom, just like that. Okay, cool. Well, we're gonna move things right along to our next topic. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna move along to our next topic. No worries. I got you, Yuri. Don't worry, I got your back, y'all. So the next topic is called Being Slayed. You can find out more about him, B Slade, at B Slade Now on Instagram. So you guys seen the video that we saw. It was Instagram Live of B Slade, and basically this is it. So Being Slayed, here we go. So Aaron Mack, our show producer, now regularly attends a church that accepts and affirms his sexuality. Presbyterian USA. Shout out to Presbyterian USA. This has really enhanced his faith walk. Aaron read that 1/3 of all millennials have left the church of their youth due to the closed-minded position of LGBT rights. Question is this: how do you think churches will adjust in our newly more LGBTQ accepting world? Do you see LGBTQ affirmation as the last frontier that churches need to learn, or is there more that churches need to learn to affirm? And of course, you know, Aaron likes to shout this out: ain't B Slade fine. Shout out to B Slay gonna watch this one day. Gonna respond to you, Aaron. But to start with the question, basically both of them together. It's again, how do you think churches will adjust to the newly more just in our new, more LGBTQ accepting world? And ultimately, you think that there's more things that the church need to affirm? Is LGBTQ rights what they need to affirm, and there's more things that they need to learn to affirm? And so, question A and B, I'm going to give my 2 cents. So, I think that churches, at this point in day and age, there's too many LGBTQ not to find a way to fit, to make a room for everybody. Just because, there's too many people out here, especially nowadays where there's LGBTQ, FPR, there's so many letters added on, and myself included with pansexual, there's a lot of letters added. So, there's a lot of people out here that are different, and we no longer have the same traditional church values that they used to be back when the Bible was written clearly, back when the Baptist church first came out clearly, like we got different values now. So it's time to pay attention to what's going on in society, in the world, and be more loving, because, Jesus said to me, love beyond love because I am love. And it's important to understand that, the church is supposed to be love. You're Christian, supposed to be loved. So I think that that they will find a way to adjust, because first of all, it's Corona. You need to get them funds in, you need to get your tithes in. You're still promoting for new members, even though you ain't in the church now. So, your church, got to get the money. So when there's a will, there's a way. And I do think that there are more things that, there's more things on the frontier that need to be learned. It's not just LGBTQ affirmations. There are more things that they need to learn to affirm. And I think that this is just one of those things that once we get over this, we can get to the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things now, that we deal with now. And it's unfortunate, like it's the old age of the old way of doing things is no more. If you look at the way things are now, it'd be bigger and it'd be better and wiser if we as a church come together and, put our loving arms out and grab everybody and show love. There's enough going on. Black Lives Matter, LGBTQ rights, trans rights. There's a lot of things going on. We need to center up and just show love. You ain't got to, no matter what race you are, no matter where you come from, you can show love. It don't cost you no money. It's free. And so that's my 2 cents on this. But I'm going to go over to Rocky on this. Rocky, talk to me. How you think these churches will adjust with our newly more LGBTQ accepting world? Do you think that there's more things that need to be affirmed besides LGBTQ? You think that's it? Talk to me, Rocky.
I think it depends on the person that's behind it. If they're not overly in like this religious mindset, whereas like they stuck to the old school or the old way of teaching. It depends. Okay, I really feel like but I think that people are starting to realize that God would not shut doors on just everybody. Do you see what I'm saying? How can you judge this person for doing this? And you judging that person doing that, but then but look, y'all want to use us for choir members and directors and all this other stuff. So how can you not?
Talk about it.
God did not shut doors on people and just shun them. That's people being people because of their ignorance. So I believe that, because and it's still foreign to me, but I've heard a few people that said they go to churches where it is accepted. And I think that's awesome because that's the way church should be. Everybody should be able to hear the word of God.
Amen.
Because it's not about hate. It's not about trying to pick and choose whose sin is worse or whatever, if you want to call it a sin, or try to make people feel bad for how they live their life. Because that's the reason why a lot of us won't even come to church.
Come on, talk about it.
Do you see what I'm saying?
The foolishness.
This foolishness, like for my church, I believe my pastor is accepting of all people and whatnot, but then he got some people that's under him, that's ministers that have, said things against homosexuality, most likely black men.
Unevenly yoked.
It really shows ignorance, because how can you sit there and shun one person when, you're not living every day by the Bible? Supposedly, by this book that we call ourselves living close to or whatever. You can't sit there and say that you specifically are a saint and you have done everything right by the Bible. Who hasn't?
Only Jesus.
That doesn't make sense to me. So I mean, people start realizing that, that God would never have shut doors on people, and just start loving on people rather than trying to point the finger, you know what I mean? Because that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a sanctuary for everybody, for them to get some type of healing, some type of words. And really, honestly, the people that really hurt the people the most is the church people. Church hurt. It's real.
It is.
It's
And
real.
there's probably some books out there about it. If they ain't written, they're about to be, because that's definitely a lot of things we've been seeing on Instagram and Facebook. A lot of people coming out about church experiences they've had. So yeah, I get it. Thank you, Rocky. Awesome. Gabriel the Angel. Who talk to me?
All right, here we go. Well, I've had an
You was ready. You was ready.
I'm too ready with this one. Nah, I just had an interesting experience with church. I'm from Texas, so the South, like I grew up on Kirk Franklin. What's good. I think even before we talk or we expect like the church to make a change or whatever, I feel like we as a community should change our expectations of like why we going to church to begin with. Like my mom always taught me it's a personal relationship. So really I could care less if y'all accept me or not. Like that ain't gonna shift or change nothing that this is dealing with over here. So I've always been a spiritual person. Church, I'm all about that church life. I did have a break from church when I moved from Texas to New York, where I just didn't allow myself to hear him like that. And then he brought me back into church. But like people keep saying like church is supposed to be a place that one can come to, blah, blah, blah. But America is supposed to be a place that's united. Like, so what you gonna do? Keep running back to these same people and just being like, can y'all please? It's not even about that, one. So I'm just like, what are we still longing for out of man when like only God can get that to us?
Hello.
So I think it's such a, and I also have a thought just about specifically the Black church. I don't think there's been any type of media content that has truly shown like the complexity of a Black church. I love my church. And I grew up in church, and my kid, like my brother doesn't raise his kids in church. And I'm just like, boy, don't act like you don't know. You better teach them the BIBLE. But I'm always like, the Black church, y'all petty. Like, it's like a comfort zone of we can feel this insecurity that society has put on us and feel like we are. And it's like, that's not the focus. Like, how do y'all not see the way y'all have been moving multiple, ample times? Multiple pastors. Stop putting them on a pedestal. Let's all just level out and make it plain.
Hello. Talk about it.
I digress.
I digress. I love you, Fred. Talk about it. Okay, cool. Awesome. Stan, please, talk to me about this. Ooh. Okay, let's go to Yuri for right now. And we'll come back to Stan. Miss Yuri G. Talk to me. What do you think about this topic, and what do you have to say?
I think we all need to look at what the primary message is in the Bible. The Bible is about God and love, compassion. And I think that's what's forgotten. And I think it's also that a lot of these people who are, in the pulpit, they go to school for theology and they're not educating the congregation because it makes them feel better knowing that they have these people rally after what they consider a sin. When original Bible text, like when it says man should not lay with man, the original Bible text was translated, and the word that was actually translated was boy. And so it was talking about pedophilia. And then somebody took it and made it man lay with man as in woman. And it's like, no. And I just feel like it's the people in the pulpit that's not educating the people and teaching them to love, because God never intended for anybody to feel like an outsider. Like he without sin cast the first stone. So if you're gonna cast a stone at me for being gay, you better make sure that you throw a stone at yourself for eating that piece of bacon. He said, no splitting food count. So,
Mm-hmm.
girl, let's not
Mm-hmm.
try it on my, if that's what you're calling it. Because yours into you sitting over here lusting, you're over here doing everything else. So, yeah, I think it's, you know, I'm not a big fan of the church. After I took some time, but I did find a church I really really like. But I hate that it's listed as a gay church, and I just feel like church is
Mm.
church, no matter who's in the pulpit. Why is it listed online as a gay church?
Yeah, that's a
It's a
problem.
really really great church, though.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but I just think that things get lost in translation when you start putting open and affirming and all gay church labels. It's just that some people get turned away because they think that I won't go, I can't go there and not be hit on or something like that. Like they'll make it not about
And,
church.
and y'all are the ones we don't want in here. Like, I think it's one of the things that just eats at me. It's a little boy on Instagram. His name is like Tay Nova, and he sings down. He sings beautifully, and he sings a lot of gospel music. And I'm always just like, it's so sad because that little boy has a gift. Like God is speaking through his voice, but I know the church would never let him get in the pulpit because of his mannerism, because he got a little sugar in his thing. And I'm just like, it's been how many disciples, how many soldiers of God that have been shunned from the church when they have been put on this earth to do his work. And they, because man has now like have this outlook, they won't allow him to like live in his truth and like do what God, like what he has in his heart out.
Right. And it's a test for the church. And unfortunately, many people fail. God sent someone there as a leader. It's your job to be able to see it, understand it, and accept it. And because of flesh, we allow the things to happen. And some of those people who got sent there are sent somewhere else or shown the way, like you said. But that's something that the pastors, preachers, and people, shepherds of the house have to be accountable for. So for all that, all that stuff, think about it. You're going to have to be accountable for those things. Of all the people like myself and other people who have been talents that God has placed in your church and your ministry to help grow it, and you've not paid attention to that. But we're not going to make it about that right now. We've got to get Stan's opinion. Stan, talk to me. What do you think about this topic when it comes to churches adjusting to the newly more LGBTQ something world? Talk to me.
I mean, I think they've always adjusted to it, because the choir directors and so forth, that's always been like accepted, but you never talk about it. And then first of all, you have to start looking at the pastors and the priests. Once they start being open about their sexuality, which a lot of them aren't. And it's very contradictory only because you have a lot of pastors and you do exactly what you live by society. They get the wife, not necessarily somebody in love with, but that's part of the look, and you have to show that look. But at the same time, he's doing what you call down low, but he's not living his truth. But he's living his truth. He's living the truth for other people's eyes, and that's how he's living his life. So once the more the pastors are starting to come out and starting to accept their own sexuality, then it opens more doors for the church. It just shows you the contradictory just with the Catholic Church, molesting all these boys. And when I used to be a school teacher, and one of the guys I used to work with, he filed one of the lawsuits against the priests. And my whole point was, why did you wait till now? He said, because you got to think about it, Stan. If I came home talking about Father Johnson, my mother would beat the hell out of me. You don't talk about Father Johnson like that, even though Father Johnson molested him. And he went to his mother and said, I'm being molested by the priest. Well, then she said, you go out there and you better pray. You pray to God that you forgive you for saying these things about Father Johnson. But that's why the priest always got away with it. Because of the fact that the parent was into, and I had a problem with that, with just the fact that they've gotten away with it for so long. And the same thing in the Black church. It's just things we don't talk about. you know.
Mm-hmm.
And but yet we always use the choir director, and you know they always based, you know, they gay and it's accepted by the church, and everybody say, well, you know, he's a sissy, you know, blah blah blah, but he could be in the church, you know. And I remember being at one church where the pastor said, you know, he invited a bunch of the prostitutes off the street to the church, and people had just had an uproar.
I'm sure they did.
And the thing was, he just said, you know, I hear y'all complaining about the whores in the miniskirts, but let's talk about you whores in the church that wear the long dresses. You know,
Ooh.
you know what I'm saying? So, you know, so, I mean, so it's to me, going to church, it's not so much about whether I just accept me for me, you know, and sexuality has no part in it. And if we talk about God didn't create. I mean, you everybody's accepted. It's only how people interpret it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
so a true Christian church accepts everybody.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And see, back in the day, even when the ministers would preach, they used to go to the clubs, the bars. I don't know if you all know that, but they were going to the bars on a Sunday afternoon while people drinking and coming in and preach the word.
Come on.
That's what Jesus would do.
Yes, he did.
You know,
That's what he's supposed to do. That's what he's supposed to do.
You know, so that's, you know, that's what I'm saying. But it's very contradictory. But like I said, it's part of ruining other lives. You know, you got a man. Look at what's going on right now with this guy with the big mega church, with all the affairs he had, and then the other guy that, you know, the church he was I don't know if you guys, it was just a few years back. And
Eddie Long?
Yeah, and Oprah had him on her show talking about, you know, he was, you know,
multiple.
Now, you know, and then you know, the minister or the person that talks about homosexuality the most is homosexual.
Hello.
Bam.
And
yes, and they are, and they're trying to convince themselves, you know. And
they try to put up this facade. It's not even that. Like for me,
exactly.
I know people that is like, I was waiting, not no shade, but you know, they comfortable now because, you know, the COVID happened. They like, fuck it, I'm gonna live my life. But there's been people where I'd be like, okay, you got a different girlfriend, you ain't fucking on her.
Right.
You ain't fucking on her. Or this is one of your beards where it's like, she know what the fuck is going on, but you play, but or you got ones where it's like you get the insecure girls and they pounce on the little church girls or whatnot, and they try to put on this facade the whole time, wasting their fucking time with their eyebrows arched all the way from here to Kingdom Come, you know, like a so, you know what I mean? And it's just like, wow, why? That used to piss me off. That was one
exactly
of
why though. It's like, why do so many Black men specifically in the church do the down low stuff or do the like front stuff? I've had this like theory that it's because I say it's the insecurity on the Black mother. Like she don't want her son to be soft. She know a Black son has to be so like the church mother is the Black majority mother, you know what I mean? And so it's like a collective. We got to keep our men strong so they can't be no type of sugar in their tank, because that mean they gonna be weak in this world. And so that make us have this like, we can't let mama down. So we surely can't.
Well, I mean, I can see,
going back to the priest
very much
and the boy with the priest.
I really don't. I just really hate the Black community, how we operate, like how we will disown someone for being gay, but the whole family will hide the uncle that molested a child, and it's like, how does that make sense?
better yet,
You know,
your daughter
that's
is 15
true.
years old
I know
having
situations
a
like that.
baby.
And
Your
I have been
daughter is
so
having a baby at 15 years old. We got a baby shower for her. She ain't got married.
Right.
She ain't got a wedlock.
And I feel so blessed because
celebrations.
I mean, growing up, I've always been this. I ain't never, I mean, my daddy expressing it with his hands, and I'm always been a lot. But some stuff
Come
talked
on.
about in the church for me, and my mama would shut it down because she knew her son, at the end of the day, is a quality person. So
Right.
I hear what y'all saying, but that's one, my son, he always been there. So I don't know, y'all, if that is the case, we not gonna call it out on him right now because that's just my son, so y'all can keep it. And she never, like I said, it was personal. So she never had me go into the mindset of what people in the church thinking.
My mom did.
Because she had a
It's
gun in her
rare.
pocketbook and she was
I
going to
live
shoot
a
her.
bad place. I never understood the logic of disowning people or disowning your family. I was like, what? Until I came to New York, I was like, wow, that's such a common thing.
Well, listen, y'all done set some shit on fire up in here today. I forgot what we was talking about for a second because y'all done made it happen up in here. Y'all were so passionate. But we're going to move right along to our next topic. And this is the last topic on our Homos Tea. And it's going to be with Rocky. So, Rocky, take it away.
Let me get my best Aaron on. So we're about to talk about Mariah's Christmas. All right, Mariah, Ariana Grande, and Jennifer Hudson's YouTube. Shout out to Chicago. So Aaron thinks that it was cool that all three women were able to do a little belting and whistling. Okay, will you be rocking the "Oh Santa" in your holiday playlist this year? I've watched that video about 5 times. I'm not gonna lie. I did. Do you have a holiday playlist? Why not? Would you use the word diva for all three of the women? And hold on, where I'm at. Come back. And why does it seem like most of us gays love women who can really belt? Okay. What's your favorite holiday song? Why? And then Aaron goes on to say that he loves "You Are Not Alone" by Boys to Men. Okay. So I'm gonna start off with saying I don't know if I'm gonna be rocking the song. I've heard about 5 times, and I think the reason why I wanted to watch it, because I wanted to watch Mariah Carey's expression while her and Ariana was doing these little whistle notes or whatnot. I thought it was cute. Y'all kind of left J Hood out because she really, she a hollerer. She ain't really the whistle tone person. But then part of me was just like, and I said Whitney, no, my bad. Mariah, is she really hitting the high note? Because I was like listening, because I was like, okay, Ariana, okay, they both doing it. Okay, I was excited for a minute.
Don't say it.
But my holiday playlist, I'm sorry, I have to just stick with the old school stuff that I grew up with. But I do like the Chris Brown version of "Hang on the Mistletoe."
Take my song.
That's my shit. That's always in my shit. And
it's my song. Come on now. Take my shit.
That's my favorite song. Hold on, my bad. So yeah, that's my favorite song out of all Christmas songs. And then probably "I Saw Mommy Kissing." I'm a Jackson 5 fan anyway. So I'd rather stick to the old school version. Oh wait, and then my TLC. "Have a very Merry Christmas." See, I stick to my old school shit. So with that being said, with "Oh Santa" be in my playlist, I don't know. I'd rather put Destiny Child's in what's that song? "Oh, First Day of Christmas," my baby gave to me. I'd rather put on that shit because I've been playing that to death anyway. And would I use diva for all three of them? I would say Ariana is a diva in training. She's a diva in training. Mariah Carey is the utmost diva out of the whole group. Jennifer Hudson is getting there. She earned her dues. Why does it seem like most of us gay men love women who belt? I mean, we like that money maker. We love that money maker tone. That make us want to, have chills down our spine and scream and holler. Some of us queen out. I don't. Some of us queen out. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty much sure Jennifer Hudson was not Jennifer Hudson. No, see all the J's. Jasmine Sullivan. If she was singing a Christmas song, actually she did "Joyful, Joyful" with Pentatonics, and I was just like, come on, shit up. Jasmine, I said J. See, Jasmine Sullivan, come on now, bring it to me. So with that being said, I get off my little tirade because I was about to do too much. So Yuri, what you think?
Are you with us, Yuri? Yeah.
I really like the song. but I was most interested only because I wanted to see who was gonna outsing who. Sort of like when when they had Beyonce and I think it was Shania Twain and all of them people up there singing a song. I wanted to see who was gonna try to outsing who. And I really wanted to see if Mariah really had some kind of secret hatred towards Ariana. Um, but adding it to my playlist, I don't think I'll probably do that. I really don't have a playlist. But my Christmas go-to song is "Boys to Me" and "Let It Snow." Like it's just a sweet song. You can go to sleep.
Oh
Ooh,
shit.
yes.
For the whole. So yeah,
Take us there.
that's my shit right there. And I think that the gays love women who can get it out because I feel like the gay community as a whole is artistic and dramatic group period. And so somebody who can put on a show and look like they're gonna lose their life by putting it all on the floor tonight is a performance. And so if she like hollering until she about to pass out, it's like, whew, she really wanted us to feel it. So I think that's where
Kick your shoes off, Patty. Come on.
They're rolling all over.
right.
Okay.
All right. So next, stand the man. Come on, let us know what you feel. What you feeling?
I don't have a holiday playlist, but I do like "Let It Snow," Johnny Gill, Boys to Men. But then my go-to song is
back.
"Give Love This Christmas" by the Jacksons. Give
Hey!
love this Christmas. I play that all day. Yeah.
I forgot all about that. That used to be
see?
my hit.
So that's my go-to right there. And as far as like the divas and I think that gays they like it's if you look at the like Patti LaBelle, I'm just saying it's like, well, they like women that can be overly dramatic and like Patti LaBelle, she's very overly dramatic. She snaps and she it's like they like I think it's the strong thing. Back in the day, it was like the Betty Davises. She was an icon to the gay community. And then Diana Ross. So I think it has a lot to do with style and looks and certain exaggerated looks, but and I think, like I said, when you see like Mariah Carey, when they get out there and they can build a song, they bring out the Holy Ghost in people, when they
Come
sit
on.
back,
That's the word.
So, and I think that's part of why a lot of the gay people like those kind of women that sing like that. Jennifer Hudson is like almost there, but Mariah Carey has it. Patti LaBelle has it. I think Whitney Houston.
Oh, she would have killed it
with them. But it's always going to be the Patties, and those are always going to be the ones. Patty, Mariah, and then another thing is that they accept gay people as fans, and that's the main thing too. And they don't hide that. They accept it and they embrace it. So I think that's one of the things too. Just like Cher, they love the gowns and all that. It touches a part of somebody's brain. It touches the feminine side of your brain when you see women like that. The drag situation with Cher, with all the drama and everything with the you know what I'm saying? And so it's some it touches something with everybody, in your brain, And when I get excited about it, I don't know what part it touches with me. You know what I'm saying? I just know it touches something, So, but
I think it reminds me of you ever been in a church pew while we was talking about church earlier. You ever been in a church pew and somebody just sang your song? It was like everybody can sing your song, but that one person sing your song and it make you want to just throw like a towel at them. You know
Throw
what
a
I mean?
shoe,
Oh
throw a
yeah,
barrel.
yeah.
I be
Throw the
throwing, he'll
spirit.
be like throwing shit at the TV. He'll be hollering at the screen like, "Come on!"
Right, right.
You know,
I used to run to my mama and tell her to hold me so I wouldn't shout and embarrass myself. I'd be like, Mama, this my song.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
Come on, Ron. You better run that up.
I was at a church, and I always would, I can go and I sit and and I never thought, I never had the Holy Ghost. And not Andre, but Walter Hawkins was doing a show, and he was doing "I'm Going Away," and I never heard it before. And when he did that, I was just like, like, oh, I'm gonna be one of the people that's gonna.
Here it comes.
Yeah, because when he started, oh my, it was amazing.
And I would impersonate everybody shouting after church. So I was like, I do it one time. They coming for me. Ain't no way.
So all right, y'all. All right. Troy Easy.
So, yeah.
Oh yes.
What you thinking?
Come on in the room. First of all, I saw the video, and I thought it was pretty cute. I was actually, like you said, looking for the expressions. I was like, let me see what Mariah gonna give here, because they're in the same room, good. They're in the same room. Let's see how they're gonna give. Let's see what's getting ready to go down.
I think everybody was just anticipating, like, oh my God.
And then when they start, I was like, uh-oh. That's Mariah gonna say no whistling. I'm only whistling her, or if they're gonna do the whistle together.
I thought she was gonna be a bitch. I thought she was gonna be a bitch. Like I was ready for it.
She did too. But I saw them whistling together, and I was like, all right now. It's room for both of us. But just know I am the queen whistler. And she gave her that look, and she did her thing, you know what I'm saying? Let her know, like, I'm still the queen, ho. And I was like, all right now. All my playlists come from Apple Music. Shout out to Apple Music. So if I want to play this for sex, if I want to play this for the party, if I want to play this for the holiday. Alexa. No, not Alexa, because she hooked up to something else. Google Apple Music, and you play my holiday list. And I play my holiday list. I agree with you all when it comes to the diva situation. Mariah is a diva, hands down. Give you one of these. Jennifer's on her way up, and Ariana Grande got some work to do. She's a princess. That she might have the D and a little bit of the I, but she working on it. So she getting there. No way.
She's the D. Without the vibe.
Look, I ain't trying to get in trouble. You're going too far. And when it comes to the gays loving the women that belt, what comes to my mind is because I've been doing a lot of first of all, shout out to let me show my camera so I can see Yuri's face. Shout out to Yuri G. Yuri G gave me some hope and inspiration to do some to get some ideas out for like voguing, the Vogue music and the ball music and things like that. And I got some things for you, Yuri. So you don't even know. I've been working on some things. I got some ideas I put out. But when I see guys who like the women at the belt, it just reminds me, I've never been to a ball, but it reminds me of that scene. Everything's about giving a show. Everything's about being the hottest, the best, the baddest bitch. Everything's about being that girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like, of course they want you to come out here and sing down. Because it's the same, if you're in the ballroom scene, which is like the culture of the LGBTQ, if you're in that, then you will definitely see that whole resemblance. Of course, you want a bitch to come through and shine and shut the house down, because that's what you do. So that's what I got from that. And my favorite holiday song is This Christmas, and especially when Chris Brown sing it. I've actually sing it at a couple holiday events. I've sung it at a couple holiday events, so I'm gonna go with This Christmas, and that's Troy's tea for this topic.
All right, Angel, what you thinking?
Okay, first of all, y'all, like, if anybody asks me, like, name 3 things right now that you love, no questions, I would say Christmas. Like, I like start crying when it get cold because I'm like, y'all, it's coming. I love Christmas. So obviously I have a Christmas playlist. As far as the video, I thought it was a very pageant debutante move of Mariah. I wasn't sold on the whole camaraderie of girl power. Nah, girl, you got a new book out. This is a new Mariah, right? So she's humble now. She's new. I was clocking it. I didn't like it. I was like, this is a joke. Who put it together? Of course, we had to get a whaler, so we're going to bring in Jennifer Hudson. She's America's whaler.
At least one, right?
Huh?
At least one, come on.
Right. But then I do think they are all divas because, I mean, Jennifer Hudson wouldn't have been able to do Effie if she wasn't about that life. Unfortunately, she's always Effie now. But Ariana Grande, I think she got a lane in the industries and receipts galore and the coin that she is I think she's going to be a diva as well. My favorite songs for Christmas, I'm from Texas, so Jesus is a Reason. It's not a Christmas if I don't hear that song. One.
Come on.
Or that whole album. That's my like Thanksgiving album is Christmas or Kirk Franklin and the Family Christmas. I also love a random one that nobody ever thinks of is What Do the Lonely Do at Christmas?
Oh,
that one get me right here.
Come
right
on.
here.
Come on.
And then I love Carol of the Bells by Destiny's
My
Child.
folks just listen to that.
Yes.
Like that give me chills every time I hear that song, the harmonies. Why do the gays love female diva performers? I feel like it's two reasons. One, because we have such a, not me, but the Black gay community have such a longing to want to just like unapologetically be our potent self. And so when we see a female out there that's like, especially in the world of men, like having the role in society that they do, it's like, yes, girl, you out there, like you don't care about these men, you don't care about what the other women saying about you, and throwing it in, like being about that like full potent self. And so that's what I think they appreciate. One, also, a lot of the divas we appreciate low key, we the ones that curated y'all whole look, y'all whole energy, like through history. Like it's been creatives that have not gotten the credit that gave you that little sprinkle because you would have just been a little basic Becky if it wasn't for me giving you that real life. Don't try to act like that's not pretty. But so I think that's also like we know we did that. Y'all know who on his team, like who like gave her that look. That's what, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, Christmas, ride or die always.
Yes, come on, Rocky, close this out. Rocky, close up this topic so we can, get to the movings and the groovings.
All right, y'all. All right. So we was just talking about the infamous video with Mariah Carey, J Hud, and Ariana Grande. Everybody gave off, what they feel, about the video. Do we feel that they're divas? And we also had discussed about, like what's our favorite Christmas music at the end of the day. So we're gonna end it with this. Everybody.
Yes, sir. We're gonna end it with that. Thank you so much, Rocky. And ladies and gentlemen, guess what? That concludes the Homos Tea for today. So just gonna give you a recap of the topics we talked about real fast. I'm gonna go through the rundown because what we want you to do is this. If you ain't, I'm gonna tell you what the topic was about. If you ain't watched it, go back and rewind it right here right here. To check us out, first of all, like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on YouTube. Please do that first and foremost. We like what we do. We love being here. We love to, we love what we do, y'all. We bring in different people from all walks of life in the LGBTQ allies and all, bringing them to the light, to the forefront. And then, making it happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, that's been our Homos Tea. Like, comment, subscribe, check us out. And without further ado, we're going to get things moving right to our main topic of the day. So, y'all stay tuned. Make sure y'all subscribe. Be right here. 10.